Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV. So there's conflicting information coming in right now. Grand Spen under fire because there is a big protest going on out there, and it's all over the police shooting of an individual who is now known as a music producer who has worked with the hottest sensation in dancehall music right now. Jashii has been making his rounds, and this was actually one of the producers that worked with Jashii on one of his bangers. Now, there's two headlines I want you to pay attention to. Both came from The Loop, so shout out to The Loop. What allegedly happened when the cops killed the music producer is one of them. That's the headline, and you can go read the article for yourself. Printed a couple of hours ago, and then the follow-up to that was senior cop labels the producer as the triggerman in a recent murder. I'm going to take it first by what the senior cop said, and then I'm going to give you the story, what the eyewitnesses or alleged eyewitnesses said. We never did it, so we don't know if these eyewitnesses were actually there and saw everything like that. You pick sense out of nonsense, and my condolences to his family because it's a life loss. Now, make we get into this real quick. So, senior cop labels this music producer as a straight up murderer. Gunman, gun thing. Bust him gun, kill people. Proven to have done so because him kill a man recently. That's what the cops are saying. According to this report, the police are reporting that the music producer, who was killed in a police-involved shooting in Grand Spen, St. Andrew, Tuesday evening, was the triggerman in a recent murder in the community. At the same time, the police says that the producer, identified right now only as Tadmar, opened gunfire at the police team on Tuesday evening, and he was shot. Most of the people who hear this says a rotted lie that. However, the story continues. They said that he fired at the police last night. This is what Senior Superintendent of Police SSP Aaron Fletcher of the St. Andrew North Police Division told Loop News on Wednesday during a protest in the community by irate residents who are demanding justice for Tadmar's killing. I see big flames of fire going up in the air in the middle of the road and these things. This man, it has been established, is the triggerman in the killing that occurred about 12:30 p.m. on Sunday in broad daylight of a man while he was engaged in doing some mason work in the community of Grand Spen. This is what the senior lawman said. According to SSP Fletcher, the police's probe into that killing was intensified to secure adequate evidence which pointed to Tadmar as the triggerman without any doubt. Having information that he was now in the community last night, somebody pinched him and said, yo, him there over so you know, yeah, I'm in a Grand Spen community there, I hang out. Yeah, him come back. So I guess he did it and left the community, and then when he returned to the community, they got word that he was in the community, and the senior lawman said that having information that he was now in the community last night, the police went into the community to apprehend him. He confronted the police and he was shot and injured. Concerning Wednesday's fiery protests by residents following the music producer's death, SSP Fletcher described it as a display of support for criminality and lawlessness by predominantly a grouping of females. He argued that the police will not subscribe to widespread social decay, adding that the behavior of the residents will not be tolerated. The role of the police is to ensure that law and order is maintained, that citizens' lives and rights are protected. If the police are confronted, the police are trained and they will react accordingly or appropriately, is what he also said. But, as in this case, When you come out and support lawlessness and disorder and chaos and criminality, then the police will not sit by and allow that to prevail. This is what SSP Fletcher also had said. He told in Loop News that the police will continue to go after criminals and those who support and promote disorder and disobedience of the law. Tadmar reportedly worked with dancehall artist Jashii on the song that is called Cream of the Crop. Then, residents vowed to continue their protest over the producer's killing as they maintain that the police did not have to kill him. So the residents them story now is where the thing gets sticky. Seeing? Some people have came forward and said that they are eyewitness to this whole thing and that the police is lying. Now, there's going to be a whole lot of speculation and a whole lot of stuff going on here because check it. Jashii recently did an interview. I believe his interview was on ER. And he spoke. I haven't watched the interview in depth, so I don't really want to talk about the interview yet until I watch it in depth. But I noticed that ever since that interview, he had said something to the effect of police are bad man or police are gunman or something like that. And he asked the person who was interviewing him, you have a gun? You have security guard? You're not afraid? Like that, right? So, among other things, in that same interview, he said something about dancehall artists who have made it big, who live overseas, who have gone by and not come back and give strength to the young youths them. So I must say Bounty Killer the boss. Cause if you want a feature from Bounty right now, me ask him how me get it. Cause Bounty always uplift the youth them. So the other one them will live a foreign and you have them big accolades and all that. Them can't stay right over there, so cause them not do nothing for we. The youth them where I try bust, I try come up and all these things. So he talked his talk, right? And I really and truly I noticed after that him was hot on the radar because him get corralled in a party the other night. But the party was an illegal party as far as what I have heard. I don't know if it's true. But if you're corralled at an illegal party, then you can't blame the police boss because the party illegal. See? But again, I don't know how true that is. Reports hit the headline that says Jashii was in police custody. Then the next report came out said that Jashii was not in police custody. Maybe he was apprehended and then released. I don't know. Anyhow, it seemed like the run-ins with the law started coming really heavy after that interview. That's just what I'm looking from the outside. See? Now, what allegedly happened is by word of mouth by residents who said they were eyewitnesses. So, again, shout out to the Loop. Alleged eyewitnesses share their account of what transpired in the community of Cruiser Banks in Grand Spen, St. Andrew on Tuesday evening when music producer Tadmar was fatally shot by the police officers at his home. So this was at his home. The music producer was at the premises with other individuals, including a child, at the time of the incident. Now throughout this whole thing, I'm trying to figure out how old is this child, but me never get it. How old is the child? How old is the child? But I just didn't get it. How old the child is. Residents of Grand Spen told Loop News that a team of police officers seen approaching Cruiser Banks ordered them inside of their home on Tuesday evening. The police team then reportedly entered the premises occupied by the younger producer who worked with dancehall artist Jashii on the song Cream of the Crop. The producer was reportedly inside of his room with the child and another person when they heard sounds coming from the kitchen, where another occupant of the house was inside the kitchen cooking. Loop News was told that after hearing the sounds, Tadmar exited his room, come out of the room, because people in the house, and he might hear the noise and think I want to figure out who. So you come out of your room for looking the other parts of the house, and then that is when they heard an explosion. Gunshot. The young man reportedly cried out as he fell to the ground. More explosions reportedly followed as the man was allegedly shot multiple times. No question, them not ask him. Them just shoot him. And they told the other occupant of the house, Go on, cook him food. One alleged eyewitness told Loop News. So in other words, then they must say the police come in heartless and cold, shoot him down for no reason, not even talk to him, not even ask him a question. Just bust gunshot on him, and then that was it. After them bust the gunshot on him, them look at the person who was cooking and tell the person for go back and go and cook him food. Wow. Loop News understands that after Tadmar was shot, a cop entered the room that Tadmar had exited from, and the child was there with its hands raised. And the child asked the police not to shoot her. Now them keep on, I said child, and I want to know how old this child is for many different reasons. See, so I will continue to look into this to find out how old was that child exactly. The residents who were earlier told to return to their premises said that they heard multiple explosions, and later they saw a group of police dragging the producer towards a service vehicle that was some meters away from the scene of the shooting. So after them shooting down, them never carry him, them drag him on the road, go over there, so go fling him in the vehicle. Tadmar don't trouble people. He barely hardly leaves his house. He is not involved in wrongdoing, one resident insisted. On Wednesday morning, residents took to the streets of the community, blocking roads, calling for justice, insisting that the police did not have to fatally shoot Tadmar. When contacted by Loop News on Tuesday evening, the corporate communications unit representative confirmed the police involved shooting and said that the team was responding to reports of a shooting in the area. The representative also said that a firearm was seized from the location. The Independent Commission of Investigation, which is INDECOM, is now probing the fatal shooting. Here are my questions. 1. Did you see the interview with Jashii? The interview that he did, the controversial interview that he did. You know, Jashii, they have the interview and him says something about people like Shabaranks them, and boy him get a beating. Man call him all shit stain pan, shirt tail and all kind of foolishness, something like that. But anyhow, do you feel that there's probably a hit out on Jashii and him better watch himself? Do you feel that some police might want some kind of revenge or want to do something to him because them feel like him overstepping boundaries and these kind of things? Or are you thinking that the producer here did bad man, mix up in a bad company, was a gunman, and what the police is saying is true? I mean, y'all know more than I do, but right now that's all we left with to ponder on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave this right here. So for now, leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. We'll continue the discussion in the comment section below. Talk up the things them. SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.